Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have kind of a two-part video. You'll see two different before and afters. It's because it's over two different appointments getting her to a platinum blonde. So this is my dear friend Alexis, and she has never had her hair colored, believe it or not. So her natural, and she used to live in Australia and Florida, so she was out in the sun constantly. That's why you see that banding in that before. So she has her dark natural hair coming out about 2.5 inches. Then she's got this bright orange sunspot from when she was in Australia and Florida for a couple years, and then she has her really light ends because of the same reason. It's just lightened more over time than the middle section. So what we are going for is a overall platinum look, but with highlights. I'm not doing like a bleach and tone or anything. I'm just doing a really heavy highlight, and then also I'm doing dropouts too. So what you'll see during the process of the first appointment is just doing a heavy highlight all the way up, just like my normal highlighting technique. I have a couple videos on this technique, and then this one is kind of the same. I'm doing all slices around the hairline. As you can see, these are just like clean slices. They're pretty fine. I do this all around the hairline, around her face too, for those money pieces, and like I said, all around the hairline, so when she pulls her hair up, that like she does often, it is super blonde. And then I just start with the 4 sections. Actually, I do 5 sections on her. Start 2 big old sections in the back, 2 side sections, and then 1 mohawk over her part. And I just do weaving, very fine weaves, highlight all the way up those. And then I have Haley go through, and you'll see kind of a clip of all of this. I have Haley go through and do dropouts, which is just weaving bigger chunks and teasing those and getting those ends covered, so some pieces pop really bright. So I'll kind of explain as we go on, but that's kind of the gist of what we're doing to begin with. And you can just keep on watching and see how some of that process goes. So here's kind of a clip of a few sections of me going just up this side of the head. Actually it's the back, but I do 2 giant sections back here and just get as much in foils as I can. I'm just doing fine weaves. And the pink foils are where I did the hairline, so those slices, and these silver foils are where I'm doing the weaves for the rest of her hair. So I kind of split it up that way. If you're worried about getting things mixed up, using colored foils is always a way to keep your placement organized. I always use Our foils. I work really closely with them, so I'm always getting Our foils, and I absolutely love Our foils. I think they're the best kind. There are so many different kinds, but yeah, these are Our, and I like Our because they do come in a bunch of different colors, so you are able to section and organize your patterns that way. So that's what I did. That's why there's some pink foils, and that's why there's some silver foils. There's no difference between the 2 color foils. They're just different colors. So yeah, that's kind of the deal for that. And I'm just going up the hairline, up the back of the head with these fine weaves and getting as much hair in them as possible.
Hey, I don't think you're there, but it's 2 a.m. I'm awoke and scared. I'm alone tonight. Yeah, I'm alone tonight. Do you still sleep with that old brown bed that I won for you at our first date fair? I'm alone tonight. Yeah, I'm alone tonight.
Okay, so here you see Haley just adding some of the teased out ends while I finish up the front of her hair. Haley is my assistant and she's amazing, and so while I finish the front, she's going through those 2 back sections and taking like 2 or 3 foiled section dropout pieces, weaving those pretty wide and then teasing them a smidge and then just running some lightener through the ends and closing those up in a foil. I just do that because I want to brighten this up, and since she's never had her hair highlighted before, if we just did highlights without doing these dropout pieces, then it could look pretty stripy, especially towards the end, and you don't want that. You kind of want it to slowly fade into a really nice bright blonde on the ends. So that's why we add these dropout pieces in there, to make the first appointment look very smooth and not stripy. So here's another view of it. You can just see she's just adding some lightener, especially to those mid sections, because those are the brassy sections and we want to kick out as much brass as possible. You will see in the end of the first appointment, it is still a warmer blonde. That's just because she's never colored her hair, so it's going to take a couple appointments, but the end result of her second appointment was such a beautiful icy blonde. So it really only took us 2 appointments, which was great, and that's because she had virgin hair and her hair is so light naturally. But yeah, this is kind of how we do dropouts.
I know some days we all cry, we break down, yeah, we lose our minds. Let it go sometimes, got to let it go sometimes. I know some days we all cry, we break down, yeah, we lose our minds. I know some days we all cry, but let's trust life, let's just trust life. In time it all works out, it's nothing to cry about. We always have our doubts, but let's trust life, let's just trust life.
Alright, here is all of her foils packed solid into her hair. She has, I don't know how many foils, so many. We ended up running out of a silver foil, so we had to switch to pink foils all over the front section. That's why she has pink all over. Now to toning. So we did a really simple toner. Her root toner is just 8N by Shades EQ. Very simple. We're just going through and barely tapping the root. That's why I have a bottle and I'm doing it with my thumb. If I were to do a bigger root smudge, I would use a bowl and brush and kind of brush it down. But since I just want the very tip of the highlight to be smudged, I'm using a bowl and my finger. And I just find that easier and really quickly applied. When you have an assistant, it really helps too. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it with a bottle and my finger. And yeah, it's just a really simple foil. I mean, formula. So then moving on to her all over toner, we did mids and ends the same, and it is also a very simple formula. It is just 9V from Shades EQ. I love this toner because it helps knock out that brass, but also keeps it really bright. And that's what we're going for, a very bright blonde. So I'm putting this all over, smudging it into the root smudge. And guys, if you are wondering what formulas, I write them all down in the description box, so look in the description box if you have any questions about formulating. They are all written down in there. And then this is the end of the first appointment, so this is the after. You can see it's really bright blonde. We got really good, especially on those ends, and this is another photo of it. And then this photo is like the difference between the before of no color and the after of the first appointment, and it's just amazing. I love this transformation right here. So what we did is, this is the before of her second appointment, so it's after 2 months, 2.5 months of grow out, and we are going even lighter. So what we did is we did a full foil the same way, only with just her new growth, and then let her formula sit on for a little longer for the toner. And this was the after of the second service. So we didn't get any clips of like the actual service just because I didn't want to. I just wanted to show you the after and how it might take a couple appointments to get to this icy blonde, even for a bright blonde. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!